So, to show you the multiple slice feature right here, the first thing to do is to switch our working environment to meters. Since we'll be importing architectural point clouds, better to work in meters. Now, let's open this point cloud, which is quite interesting for highlighting this feature. So this is a historic building, quite well known in London, as it is the Great Hall of the Natural History Museum. And as you can see, the structure of this building is repetitive, which makes it ideal for our multiple slice feature. Also, we'll use the WCS as our UCS, since the point cloud is already squared. So let's click now on multiple slice. A dialog box opens asking me to define the UCS plane that will determine the direction of my slices. Regarding the building structure, I want the slices in this direction. So looking here, that's the YZ plane. So I choose YZ, and there are two other options that allow you to do slices perpendicular to curve and along a polyline. We don't need them in the case shown here, so I'll click Next. Now I have to choose the range, in other words, the interval for the slices. So let's select our range by picking a first point right here and the other one here. And now I need to choose the interval, in other words, how many meters I move between each cut. Let's try 8 meters to see how many slices it will show us here in the list. 5 cuts look a bit thick for the slices, so maybe we'll switch to 5 meters. Alright, it gives more slices, which seems to better match the structure of the building. Okay, let's keep it like this and click Next. Here I need to define the thickness of my slices, and if I set it to 5 like before, it will match my previous settings. But I can also set it to 4.5 if I want a gap between my different slices. And here, regarding the naming of my slices, I'll leave it as is with consecutive numbering. Alright, my slices are generated, as you can see in the Slice Manager here, and if I want to highlight one of the slices, I just need to activate the bounding box here using this button. Now I have the bounding box showing me where it corresponds in the point cloud, and I can easily hide the other sections to isolate what I'm interested in. And once that's done, I have my isolated slice here where I can start working on the elevation. Another interesting thing is that if this slice doesn't work for me, I can locally adjust the slice position and the slice thickness. I can also adjust the increment of these two sliders for more precision. So you can see here, if I adjust the slice thickness, it increases in steps of 1 meter each time. That's because in the settings, I set the thickness to 1 meter, and if I set it to 10 meters when I go back to the cursor, the thickness changes in 10 meter increments. And it's the same for the slice position here. You see here in position increment, I also had 1 meter. So I can slightly adjust the slice position and slice thickness meter by meter to get exactly the slice I want. Alright, that's it for this video. In the next one, we're going to talk about the feature detect flaw.